So, would you believe it's raining again? So, apologies if you can hear the rain battering off the roof in the background. Well, we are back again with another Anker power portable power station. This one is the Anker 767, the Powerhouse, or as we've started calling it here, the Power Your Whole House. Hashtag Power Your Whole House. Oh, I can't believe I just said hashtag. I'm sorry. But this is Anker's new, bigger, portable power station. Not quite as big as their house ones that don't move, but this one, it does move. Well, you can move it, as in it's portable, I mean. It's got 2,048 watt hours of capacity and an inverter output of 2.3 kilowatts. That's 2,300 watts. And the first thing I'm going to tell you about it is it's very, very heavy. It's 35 or 34. It's over 30 kilograms. It is, no, I'm not. It's monstrous heavy, which is why it includes a carry handle. Right. One of them, like a suitcase carry handle, and you can pop it up and wheel it about on its wheels there. And yes, someone deserves a medal for thinking about it. They have put rubber feet on the back two posts here, so you can wheel it up and then stand on its end and not scratch the handles or it be slippy. It's got rubber feet. So extra points to whoever came up with that one. There. Oh. Right. Let's take it apart, and then after that we'll talk about all the things it does. Right. Now we need screwdrivers or Torx heads or something. Let me bring you in and show you my struggle. So this obviously is the back panel where the charge ports are. Charge ports. And the charge port, one of them there has a screwed on ground connector. There's no... Why is there no plug? It was soldered straight on the board. There's no... Wait. Have they heat shrunk over that? Is that an XT? Is that an X thingy connector heat shrunk under there? Oh, I wonder if it is. And then the next one is where the solar or the 12 volt comes in. And that looks like suppression, what do you I've forgotten the name of them. Big metal iron donut thing. There's the plug there. Also, again, heat shrunk. So let us pop that out, get a Stanley knife, cut the heat, shrink, and unplug those. And then let's get in a bit further. Right, so on the back panel, there is a little intermediate board for the input. Just got mains input, circuit breaker. It's all wet because I've already had it outside in the rain. And your input between, it says 11 to 32, 10 amps, 32, 60 volt, 20 amps. So that's your 12 volt and all your solar panels. And has it got a plastic polycarbonate ABS? Nice. Oh, and the big port down here, this one, which is that port on there, that is so you can add on a secondary battery pack. It's basically one of these without a screen or any plugs or wheels. It's just another huge set of batteries. You can set them on top and you get a wire that joins the two together. So you can basically double the output capacity of this setup. Should I put this wheel back on so it's not sitting in such a funny angle? Does it help? Will it help the thing? Will it help me? It's got a flat spot, David. Find the flat spot. Cheddar. Right, that'll do. Just put that. Put that there. Oh, there. Ta-da. Right, better. Okay. Oh, what can we see? Right, so my bravery only goes so far, and I'd love to absolutely take this apart, but I kind of need it at the moment, so I can't go too far. Plus, I need more space. It's a hell of a lot to take apart here. But we can do a little bit of looking. I don't know if you can see, but down in there's lots of screw holes that go I'm presuming they go all the way through at the front and hold the other side panel on. And you go and need a really big long screwdriver to get down in those holes, and I have no idea how you're going to get the screws to stay on your screwdriver or come out or not be dropped into this abyss. Obviously, the main component in this setup is the massive battery pack, which has a label, which is handy. Here we are. Rechargeable lithium-ion battery. It is a 40,000 milliamp hours, 51.2 volts, 2048 watt hours, and it's the, sorry for butchering the Chinese, the Huizhou Blueway Electronics Company. And there's a lithium-ion battery. Yeah, and basically it's got a big giant BMS board on the top. We've got massive battery connectors coming off the batteries and then onto the, I'm going to presume up here is where all of the inverter and all of the other technology lives, because we've got fans and more fans, plenty of cooling, and well, obviously the giant battery connectors are a giveaway between the battery and the inverter output. There's another fan down here on the side, maybe two fans, one large fan for the battery cooling. So my guess is that you take out all of these screws around here, and then you can undo the battery terminal ones and whatever other little bits need to come off, and you would take out this whole battery assembly as an assembly, should you need to, of course, and you can then replace or repair that way. Same with the inverter board. It looks like it slides down the way into the other side, but obviously we'd have to take the other side off to disconnect the screen and the plugs and all the other bits. And as of right now, I'm not quite ready to do that just yet. But what we can do is stick a multimeter in a few places and see what happens. Well, I suppose the main thing we want to test is 51.2 volts, so we should have 50 odd-ish volts up here. As I said, this bit here is the connection to the external power packs, so you can run it. And I presume this is controlled as well via the BMS, sorry. So does this have any voltage on it at the moment? It has none, so the BMS has this turned off, basically. Because we've got a 3 volt line, transmit, receive, and then there's in, out, normally closed, and ground. So that is a control board for that plug thing, which should be dead, I imagine. Yeah, apart from whatever voltage is being used for communications. Now, on the other hand, on the big, massive battery terminals, we have 52.65 volts. And I think, if I recall correctly, the display shows these 98% charged. So there you go, it does say what it says. It is absolutely 50-ish volts. Right, okay, well, as I say, I'm not brave enough to take it apart just yet, while I still need it. Now let's put the right side back on it, and I'll tell you about it, and I might even show you it doing something. Ha! Back together in fully working order for a change. Display works, the light works, so in the UK, I know, actually, it might be all models, we've got 3 AC outlets, on-off button for AC outlets there. Showing us, we've got, well, we're doing 50 Hertz at the moment. 2 car sockets. We'll try a diesel heater in them, see if it can fire up. Again, on-off buttons there. And you've got USB-C and USB 3 USB outs for powering and whatnots. And there's the button there for the power saving mode, where it turns itself off after so long if there's been a low power draw. And the button for, of course, the Bluetooth app, because everything needs an app nowadays. That would be the thing. Let me just fire up on. I've done a Bluetooth on. Bluetooth, go. Your session has expired. Please log in again. Yes, please, sign me in. There is my... I've already added it. You just press add and it literally finds if you're standing near with the Bluetooth turned on. Again, it's one of those things you can turn on the ports from your phone, adjust the brightness of the light and turn the light on and off, turn the power save mode on and off, and just check the inputs and the outputs. There's also, I believe, firmware updates you can check for, and I've got the latest firmware, so that's not a problem. And you can change things like the AC recharging power, which this is actually a really handy one. So let's say if you want to charge from a power bank that can only output 600 watts. So you can turn this down and it'll only charge at 600 watts. So you don't, peak out your small power supplies, but you can use them to charge the big one up. Like you can charge all the way down to 200 watts. I think, that's just for the AC charging side. It doesn't matter about solar because obviously solar's independent and it will only charge at what it's going to charge at. I've got my screen set brightness to low, time after 20 seconds, and temperatures in degrees C and whatnot. And those bits. Right, let's get an AC load. It's small resistive heater again, because that's the best thing for load testing. Right, let me plug you into an AC outlet. Pick my phone back up. Alright, let's turn the AC outlets on via the phone. AC outlet is on. And the fan is, I think it's just on fan mode. This might take a... AC output 0 watts. That's because it's on just fan and it's really low. So let's give it some load to play with. Okay, so that should be, I think it's 1 kilowatt is half its output. This fan, heater, sorry, not fan. There we go, 1,000-ish watts. So how long will that? It'll run that for 1.2 hours. And of course, there's the, sorry, did I show you? You press the timer bit, you can set the timer to run for 1 hour, 3 hours, 2 hours, or 5 minutes. So let's, oh, that's not really half a power. Wait, let's turn up to 2. 2 bars, let's see what we get at 2 full notches. 2,000. Man, that here's hot. Ha! Oh, the fans have kicked in the inverter. Hold on, let me microphone you. Hear the fans work a bit harder now. So that's a full 2 kilowatt load. And it's doing it. How long will that run for? Approximately 0.8 hours. However long that is in hours. Okay. So that is a load and no. There, so the inverter fans turned off pretty much instantly, which leads me to believe they are possibly load dependent and temperature dependent. Right, that was an AC load and it handled that beautifully. Now, the only other thing I have ever needed a portable power station to do is run my travel compressor. Not the 12 volt plug-in travel compressor, a 50 litre mains powered travel compressor. So I've got a short clip of me going and testing and doing that. Now you see, it's rather old, it's rather nasty, and my goodness, I imagine it's got some inrush current when it tries to go. It's horrible. So, if the Anker 767 can do this, there we are, right, the power is on. Let's pull the all-important red plunger, see if it fires up. Oh. Yes! Okay, my last test is to try a car socket and one of my weird heaters. We'll put the 12 volts in at the back and turn it on. So the diesel heater is on. Well, not on. It's powered up, it's not on, and then we will turn it on. Turn it on and see if it fires up or if it trips out the display in the load. 7, 5, 7. Come on, glowy boy. There's the glow plugs on. 11 watts, 17, 20 watts, 100 watts. Still going. 130 watts. 130 watts. 120 watts. This Anker might 130 watts output from the 12 volt DC. Still going. It's not quite fired up yet. But it's doing it. Right, does this show me the voltage output? That's the temperature. 10 volts, so it kind of dropped the voltage way down from, well, it went down from 13 to 10, which is not terrible. It's still going. I just need the fuel pump to kick in now. Come on, you can do it. Fuel pump is on. Oh, it went up to 140 watts there. 140 watt output. That's a lot of current for the. That's more than 10 amps surely. At 10 volts. Well, these here's doing it. I mean, we are using the cheapest, nastiest cigarette lighter and crocodile clips and like thin ass wires. This is like the worst case scenario for connecting anything with 12 volts. And yep, it's firing up. I could turn the Bluetooth back on. Ah, it's already started. There we go. Right, so that's it now running without the glow plug, and we're drawing 11 watts. 16. Well, that's now on medium A power, we'll call it. But it's lit. The main thing is it's managed to light the diesel heater from the 12 volt source. 12 volt source. Man, it's hard to say. Okay, I can shut it down now. And obviously I'll go through the same procedure now of drawing 100 and something watts. Maybe this time we'll get the app fired up first. Go, screen record. Oh, go. Lovely. AC output, there we go, 140 odd watts. 140, yeah, look at that. I wonder if this is one of the heaters that pulse width modulation of the glow plug, and that's why it was on and off like that. Interesting, but it managed it. Nice. That was my brief look at the Anker 767 Powerhouse. As I say, Paul's going to take this away camping, Stephen's going to go away and do drifty things and go sideways with it, and that'll be a real world test of it doing things. But as I say, I tried it with my compressor. That was all I needed it to really do, was it able to run my compressor, my horrible old nasty travel compressor. And it did that, so it gets to go away and do more things, and then perhaps once it's come back from being used, then I'll feel better about actually trying to get all the screws out it and take the front panel off, and we'll go right inside and take the battery pack out and have a look at it. But yeah, I have to say my favourite thing is probably this handle. It feels very, very Samsonite. It's like my old suitcase. It feels very rugged, this handle. I like it. But I can't stress, this is heavy. This is very, very heavy. And it won't matter whose or what you buy. You can't get more capacity with less weight, if you know what I mean. There's no getting around this. Big batteries are going to be big and heavy if you want a lot of capacity. Any questions, comments, whatever, leave them down below and I'll try my best to answer them. And as always, thanks for watching.